Hi.
What's going on?
Goes
Are we
good.
in the right place? We're all in the right place. Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah. No, I just making sure.
You're always misplacing me. Can you not misplace me today?
I'm not misplacing you. You're in the correct place.
Always misplace me, and
What?
I feel out of place when I'm misplaced.
You're in the correct place. That was. Is he in the correct place? Can you just because he
everything's fine, bro. We good.
We're good.
We're good.
We good to go.
What's going on, Kate? How was that Earthbound episode from this morning?
How was it actually? You know what I learned about that game is that it's I think it might just be old era games.
Mm-hmm.
But it don't tell you nothing. It's another one of those games where you have to go and literally talk to everybody.
Oh yeah, they don't play around with that.
But what I will say though is that there's always like two characters or something like that, at least one to two characters that'll literally tell you or give a hard hint about where you have to go next.
Mm-hmm.
So that I appreciate that about that game. But yeah, I was mid-key lost for a little bit. Really because there was something that I had to do, but I got distracted. I was on my way to do it, got distracted, and then left the area I was supposed to be in.
Is that when you was like ran around interacting with the band and stuff?
It was right. Okay, so before the band. So I actually did the band. So okay, I was on my way to the park, and at the park, the guy slides you like 10 bands.
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, he slides you $10,000. So I was on my way there. A guy came up to me and was like, "Yo, dude wants to meet you in the park. Go to the park." I was like, "Bet." On my way to the park. I just got distracted. I don't know. Stuff just happened.
Oh, man, you're
life got different on the way to the park, and then I forgot to go to the park. So I'm just like running around in the game. I met with the band. I went backstage. I'm like, bro, what am I supposed to do?
My man's was having fun while you said life changed for you in the game. Life changed for me outside the game. I wish I witnessed all of that.
It was, it was all right. But no, I mean, Earthbound.
Is the needle leaning more in the favorable position? I'm going to ask you this every time.
I don't hate it. Okay. So another thing that I learned is that I hate the fact that NES, Super Smash Brothers NES, isn't the NES
that you play here.
Yes, like that. What is that about?
Can you explain that to me?
Explain. Okay. NES has a bat, a yo-yo, PK Fire, PK Thunder, and Super Smash Brothers,
and PK Flash,
and PK Flash,
and PK Flash. And what's the name of this game? In Earthbound. You could only have one or the other, bat or yo-yo. And also he does not have PK Fire, PK Thunder, or any of that. As a matter of fact, it's not even called PK. It's called Psy. It's PSI. And he doesn't have those abilities. What's her?
I think
what's her name?
Psy was Paula.
I named her Gigi. That's why I don't really remember her.
Paula.
Name.
Yep.
Yeah, so Paula is the one that has those abilities. So I just feel lied to. Like I was like, yo, when do I get PK Fire? I can't wait to activate PK Fire, and it never came. It never came. Oh man, I hate that.
Well, they would be silly of them to limit you to just Ness's moveset in Smash.
I mean,
why give me Ness?
Why? Well, I mean, yeah.
Give you Paula? Like Paula is not the protagonist.
Okay, well, give me Ness and his abilities that he has in the game.
Yeah,
you get to name one of his abilities.
Like, don't give me like made up stuff that he doesn't have.
Right.
Like, it's in the game, yes, but he doesn't have it.
Exactly.
Like Joker has Joker's abilities. Link has Link's abilities. He has bombs and a bow and arrow and a boomerang. He has that. You can use it in game and in Smash. Why they do that?
Well, Key's still like midway,
Link
so
pulled up and did Ganondorf's overhead. Like that'd be crazy.
That would be lit though. That would be kind of sick though.
That would be crazy. If Link is transformed into Zelda, I don't know. Like it'd just be crazy.
I mean, Zelda did transform into shape,
but she does that in the game. That's what I'm saying.
That's ability.
Now we stranded.
Oh, so they probably could have been, party switch. Now you do Paula and her moves. And then
Bro,
I don't know how many party members you've picked up yet, so I don't want to say too much, but.
Bro, Lucas
yeah,
is in the game, right?
Huh?
I said Lucas is in the game, yeah?
No, that's the game after.
No, he's in Smash.
Oh, he's in Smash, yeah.
And he has his own moveset. But does he have those moves in the game? PK freeze and all that?
Yeah. Lucas is.
He has that?
I think Lucas is a little more busted to Ness, honestly, in terms of their game world. Yeah.
I keep hearing that Lucas is absurd.
Yeah, see, that's not cool, bro. I don't know. I was so hurt. It made me really upset when I was playing the game, and I finally got over it. I was like, all right, whatever. It's just not gonna come.
It's just not
but I was legit upset. Like, just turn this game off right now.
Dr. Godly Villain, that never made sense to me. That Ganondorf has a Falcon Punch. Ganondorf's entire moveset makes no sense to me.
He don't do any of that in the game.
He don't do none of those moves, bro.
Like,
none of them.
His most accurate move probably is his smash ball attack, where he jumps to the pick and then goes forward, because that's canon. He does that. But everything else,
Reese, where it's crazy, Dynamite.
Listen, I can get halfway there.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, the game is fine. I don't hate it, but I'm allowing full backseating so I can get through it and get to a game that I legit want to play.
I saw some people in the chat telling you where to go. I'm like, oh man, it's gotten to that point already, and you aren't anywhere in the game, to be honest with you.
It was at that point before I turned the game on. I straight up told everybody, when we play this game, y'all can help as much as you want. Because it's not a game that I willingly added to my backlog. It was a sub goal. That was hit. So, man.
Listen, either way, I'm glad you're finally experiencing it and not like,
I don't hate it.
Insta shunning it.
Which one is the one where the character, you can visibly see the characters? I know they have one, like Mother 3.
That's the G.
Is that with Lucas?
That's Lucas.
I'd probably play that, no lie.
There's actually a improved fan translation that came out a few months ago on that cart. So if you do, honestly, this is the best time. They've been working on it for the past decade or so. So
because honestly, dude, the game is adorable. The music is awesome. Like I can't take that from it. The game has really good music. I'm always bopping to the battle music, and it's quirky and weird, very different, questionable character designs. I'm not gonna get over that.
All over the place. Yes.
Questionable, like, bro, nah. Questionable character design.
So basically, take Earthbound, put it through a refining machine. Still got the good boppy music, and music actually plays an important part in Mother 3. That's all I'm gonna say. And then that's it. It's just an improved version of Earthbound. You see your characters. The battle system slightly changed, but the rolling thing is still in play. So that's a really interesting RPG mechanic that you didn't see anywhere else, really.
One of the coolest things ever. I've never seen that anywhere else, and I really like that. Rolling HP is really dope. So I saw some people call it gas station HP or something like that. Something along those lines.
You just count down to zero. So yeah.
So rolling HP. So basically, you know how when you get hit with an attack, and then like your HP slowly drops, like, you get hit with 30 HP, you're at 100, you get hit with a 30 hit damage, and it like rolls down to like 70. In this game, when that happens, you have an opportunity to, like, it's active, so you can do something, you can attack or something like that. And let's say you're about to hit 0, but you get your attack off and kill the enemy before it hits 0, it stops to where you hit your enemy at, or where you killed the enemy.
If it rolls to 0, really cool. Depending on your guts value, it may return back to 1. Yes,
you can. It depend on your guts. You could retain 1 HP, which is the game is hard.
That rolling HP saved me so many damn times.
Dude, I've had
when you get hit, you just instantly lose the health. It takes time.
So
it rolls down. Yeah,
this isn't a boss battle that happens, but let's say you have 400 HP and you get hit with a 500 attack from jump, you can still win. Your HP is just rolling during the battle.
Because it's dot. It's damage over time.
Yeah.
So damn, I'm like, rolling, huh?
Exactly what the guts does.
It's literally called rolling HP.
Your guts determines how fast it rolls. So on some games you may see it rolling like this. On some games it's like this.
That's cool.
I did not know that. Yeah. And the game is difficult, man. I've died
game is
13
very
times
difficult.
already. Game's fairly difficult. They don't care, man. So
I think that's the thing that you would like most about it is that the game is difficult.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you anything.
It's
The fights are actually hard, and things like that.
no walk in the park, that's for sure.
Yeah, give me Undertale. I'm cool.
Oh, I need to watch you finish that too. Also,
I don't like
too.
that
Also,
Huh?
I don't like that game.
Another one, but you're playing Earthbound, so I'll leave you alone. You did one of the two. I'll take it.
I'm doing my suffering. Okay?
You got Earthbound, B got Undertale. I'll take it. How was your day, B? That was wild.
Oh, it's Monday. You already know.
The typical Monday,
baby, all day.
Yeah,
Glorious.
I'm on Monday. Monday EX until further notice.
Wait,
Monday who?
So now all 3 kids are going to school. So I just have to tell my team on our 4 p.m. meeting, like, I'm sorry, but from 7:45 to 9, I'm not available. I'm out the house. It's actually really good that I took this earlier shift because I get less interrupted in the morning than I would in the afternoon if I were to do a 9 to 5. I would probably lose 2 whole hours in the afternoon. So doing that in the morning, I've gotten used to the traffic patterns, where to go, how to beat the traffic, all that stuff. So
noise.
Cool.
This is my new process.
Yeah, got to do the hustle and bustle, man. It's good. It's good for you.
It's good. I was up at 9. I was like, oh, this is what it feels like to be fully awake, wild early in the morning.
My man said 9 is wild early in the morning.
Again, my shift starts at 6, so I shouldn't be like 9 is when I used to like open my eyes and do things. So
yeah.
It's
Yo,
good.
let me tell y'all what happened. Reese, you already know what happened. But let me tell y'all what happened.
I know what happened?
Oh, yes, you know what happened because I was heated.
Oh,
I was heated. Let me tell y'all something about y'all people Sony. Y'all people Sony, how they do business. Okay? I spent hard-earned money. I worked really hard for my paycheck. Hard-earned $60, and I bought the new Tales of Arise, which people are like, that game's going crazy right now. People are loving that game. And for good reason. The game's good. But I was like, boom, I bet. Let me turn it on, get the game going and start playing. I turn it on. Excuse me while I look up this screenshot that I had to take because this game straight up basically spit in my face.
Not the game.
So
Not the game. Not the game.
Huh?
Not the game.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not the game. I'm sorry. Sony PlayStation. It said, can't use this content. Can't connect to the server to verify your license. Wait a while and then try again. Family. So I have to be online to play a game that I had purchased. What is that about?
These companies have started to really enforce the online. What was the very first game that enforced that always online? It wasn't that long ago. I'm not going to remember it. And it's going to bother the hell out of me.
I have no idea.
Back when that to be online to even play the campaign, like the single player.
So no, in this case, the issue was that because his console wasn't connected to the internet, it wasn't able to verify that he actually.
I already knew it was going to be that. It's not going to verify the licenses.
That is dumb. That is so dumb.
Only fairly recently have they started to like really, really enforce it. Because on my PS4, because I was game sharing with Emerald, it did that with every single game. Every single game. The moment I'm offline, it's like you have 15 minutes, or it's going to close everything. It has to constantly keep checking. Now,
I don't know like the rules for like if you're connected, you're playing his game, like fine, whatever. Like, I don't care. But this is my game that I pay for.
Even your games.
Even your games.
Oh, this is dumb. That's dumb.
Now,
that's so
I don't
dumb.
remember this being as harsh in the beginning when we first got our PS4s. It was doing that. It was like, oh, you're offline, but I think it was actually a greater time period. I think it was 2 hours.
Yeah, Dark and Godly Villains. The same thing happens with the Switch if you share accounts with someone on 2 different Switches. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't.
Every single game I load up, it has to check. So I can't play none of my games offline.
Oh my goodness.
I never game shared
my
on my Switch, so I actually did not know that.
Me either.
Yeah.
So that only is happening because I'm because I'm sharing my console.
No, because
No.
it does it to your games. It's gonna check
Yeah.
licensing.
It's just
Yeah.
gonna do it, right? Yeah. I'm like, what if somebody that like they bought the game, but now they no longer have access to the internet? They just want to bum some games.
Is
You know
it
what
the
I'm
first
saying?
time you launched the game?
Huh?
Was that the first time you launched the game?
Yeah.
Is it working now? Like
Why?
after you connect it to the internet the first time and it checks it, I don't think you have to be on anymore.
I'll try again.
Like you
Try
should be
again.
able
I
to
was
just
like,
unplug your Ethernet and just go.
yeah. I was like, oh
but like
no.
Reese is saying, not all games they don't all work that way anymore.
It's
Yeah. As a matter of fact, like Flip Vision says, I don't share with anyone. And it always says the game license can't be verified mid-game every like 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh my
minutes.
goodness.
Wow.
Stop, bro.
It has to check. Like, this is going back to the conversation that we've been having more and more often recently, is that we don't really own what we think we own.
Well, it's connected to that account, but
yeah, it's connected to that account, but they gotta make sure that and then at any point they could literally yank it, and then there's no proof that I even owned it, but they didn't give me my 6374 back. So
this is like incentive for all the people that make that buy physical copies. I was like, yo,
I was gonna say like this is actually making me. There's always something that makes me want to lean to the other side, but I just can't be bothered with physical media.
Yeah, I mean, me either. But it's just like, bro, at that point, I really wished I had a physical at that point. I was just like, dude. Well, KJ says I bought it physical, which I know he showed me the picture, but also I already assumed he was buying it physical because he's a collector.
Yeah, collectors cut physical.
I'm not a collector, and I'm always online.
It's dumb. It's so dumb, bro.
Like
from our perspective, it's definitely dumb. But from the company's perspective, you got to see why they're doing it. Because listen, there's sometimes there to get some games, and
this is the future.
This is the future
that I want, bro. Like I like the convenience to be able to buy a game online. That is fire. But once I purchase it and install it, it's mine. Like it's mine. I bought it. What more do you want from me?
Upon you paying that $63.74, you signed a consent saying that you don't entirely own said software, and that at any point it could be changed, modified, rescinded.
That's basically make you register. Like, you buy something and it's you can register it online, so we know you have it.
Yeah.
You just probably throw that in the trash. These games, they make you they check. They always.
That's so dumb, bro.
It's not yours.
How else they gonna hoard all that data so they can shove Mountain Dew adverts at you later? Oh, is this Death Stranding? No, not Mountain Dew. Death Stranding was Monster,
and then that other brand. Whatever.
KJ says online until you can't be. That's my thought. I don't trust Comcast. Yeah. I don't have Comcast.
Yeah,
that's dumb, bro.
I'm stuck with the cast until further notice, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like not. It's just a general concept that's just stupid. Yeah. It's just stupid.
I mean, again, I agree with you. There could be other ways. Yeah. I mean, and like B said, it could be that. It could be that initial license check because it is your first time launching.
Like 90% of my games, I can just play them offline. But the first time, I'm pretty sure you got to be online for them to check the license.
Because I know it does that for the Switch every single time. When you open your game for the first time, it says checking if this software can be played.
Every time. But for me, because I'm sharing, it's every time I launch it. I can't even play Bravely Default offline because I'm sharing.
That's wild.
Yo, that's so dumb.
But I only play video games when I'm at home online. So I don't really it's stupid, but it doesn't affect me.
Yeah. That is really dumb. I wonder if Xbox does it. I turned on my Xbox and I played it, or I tried to launch some games offline, but I had already played these games previously, so it wasn't a fair test.
And if it's a Game Pass game, it won't check it because you have Game Pass.
If it's I did check that, and if the Game Pass game won't play because I'm not online, so I can't play it.
Well, yeah.
Offline.
But you're talking about a non-Game Pass.
A non-Game Pass game that I bought through the Microsoft Store.
That you haven't launched yet.
to check just for GP, just to say, yo, what up? Just to see what happens.
For Vision, what if your internet goes out, but you
I'm
trying to play
campaign.
That's what I'm saying for
I
it.
hope you watched it.
Yeah, I hope you. I hope you checked your licenses.
I hope you checked your
licenses.
Oh my
KJ,
god,
when-
it's so stupid, man.
when
Just
Sony
the more
got
we talk
DOSed a
about it,
while
the more
back-
I hear it.
When
Yeah.
Sony got DOS a while back and we couldn't get online, couldn't play 7R, and I have a digital, and that's when I was done with digital only. That's fair.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we couldn't have access to verify.
It's all fair, especially to like you and what you want to do with your stuff. It's your stuff. Like you're getting it however you get it. But I am completely done with physical. I'm all set. I don't have the space. I don't want that. I don't want to go to the store. I'm all set. I can sit in my house. I can order it online and just play it.
Yeah, I have literally nowhere to put that stuff.
I'm cool. Like I'm not like if I can't play a game for 10 minutes, I'll play something else. It's fine. I gotta.
Yeah,
Wait, what do you mean you can't
like,
play it for 10 minutes? Oh, because it's downloading?
Or like in your instance with the license thing, I'll just go play something else until I can verify the license. Like it sucks. I'm not saying it's okay.
Oh, bro,
But
come on.
For me, I'm just like
Come on. That's really stupid.
because it's not like a revelation for me. Like I've been on this. It's not new. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
when
No,
and
I was
normal.
8 years old when I was like, yo, Reese. I called Reese, like, bro, what is
he
this?
called me. I'm like, fam, what
What is
happened?
this?
My mans was upset.
I was like, yo. Because I didn't have my internet cord at the time. I was just like, bro. Like,
And you just so happened to never start a game that you just purchased not being connected to the internet.
yes, my joint is like always plugged in, but
Yeah, that's probably why I haven't had this issue.
man, that was really dumb.
The main time that I have anything license issue related is when it's on their side, when I can't connect to their service to verify my license.
So
And because
James
I
Lee says,
have-
that's so stupid. Surely you only need to verify a digital game once. Did you buy this from the PlayStation Store? Yes, verified. Job done. Play offline. Enjoy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
As soon as I make that purchase, that's the verification right there. Like that's
Yeah.
it.
true.
I bought the game. It's stupid.
true. But like, it's the other side. Like Reese was saying, from the company's perspective, like you could like they want to make sure that that game is on your account and that's it. So every so often they check every like couple minutes or every 30 minutes or
Because
every hour.
there is some funny money stuff you could do. You could
They
fake
check.
MAC addresses, unique identifiers, any of that stuff. So
There's so many modded consoles with games on them. Like
like
that's a real thing.
Nintendo was hit the hardest in regards to that stuff with like the DS line. There was like a DS freeware store and it was getting harvested like wild. So now with the Switches, they have certificates burned into them. Not literally, like you know how when you go to a secure website, like this website's trusted, things like that. They have certificates like that burned onto the motherboard itself, so that if anything funky happens, they can just revoke that certificate and Nintendo has nothing to worry about. So they have their own way of doing it.
So James Lee says that Nintendo are super restrictive on their IP. It's beyond reason.
Yeah,
I'm usually not with Nintendo in terms of all that stuff, but protecting your intellectual property, bro, I'm with you all the way. It's yours. You created something special that's worth a lot of money. You don't want it to just go to everybody and anybody for free. Something you made, your art. Of course, you should protect your IP beyond reason. You don't want nobody to get it. It's yours.
You have control over it and can decide what you do with it. And it's kind of like what you decide to do with it. That's where you become like villainous or not, I think. Because, you should always protect your own IP. But there's sometimes you could be kind of lenient-ish a little bit. Like that time with the GameCube controller. Was it GameCube controller? I know it was like some custom controller that they made in honor of that Twitch person that had passed.
Oh, yeah. Talking about Nintendo. And it was like, don't be doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like there's, but I'm always for protecting it, but it's also like what you do with it.
Like, be cool sometimes.
Moves
man.
you
like,
make. Some things you can like.
Some things make sense. Some things don't. Like it didn't make sense for them to do that for the controller.
No, I'm with you 100%. Just like some things, like come on, you can cut
like,
back a little.
I believe in gray areas, right? Like but for some people, they only do absolutes, and theirs is an absolute. We do
Mm.
not let you use our stuff. It doesn't matter for what, for why. It doesn't matter.
So James Lee says, yes, absolutely protect your IP, but there's a thing called process by exception. When you design a process to punish people who might abuse process before they actually do it, and that means regular people who follow the rules still have all these hoops to jump through. Nintendo takes that principle to the extreme.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir. We know that. We know Nintendo is.
We've seen some
literally
things.
call them the Dark Empire Covenant Splatoon paint. That's what I call them all the time. But
yeah.
But yeah, like speaking of like, you know, your platforms and things of that nature, we got Apple and Epic.
Has the trial from last year.
Yeah.
I told you was going to keep up on this, and as of right now, it is concluded. One of the parties, obviously,
Really quick, Psycho just got their Trigger Talk TV coin and wanted to pop in and say hi and thank.
Nice.
You're welcome.
You are very welcome. Glad you got that finally. Yeah. So right now, the Apple versus Epic case is concluded with both parties winning in some manner, I guess.
Yeah.
Ish.
So yeah, they both lost, but who do you feel like came out on top after you?
Oh, Apple.
I think so too.
Apple, no question.
You think so? You think Apple won too?
Oh yeah.
Totally.
You think Epic won?
I don't think any. I think they both got a little slither of what, but I think what happened to Apple could potentially cost them a lot of money for the long run.
I don't think so.
Nah, me either.
Why
me
not?
either.
I don't think so. So what? Tell me why you think it does.
You can't answer my question with a question. I asked you why not.
Go ahead, B, because you was going to speak first.
So someone asked the question, will this make apps in the in-app items cheaper?
Mm-hmm.
And it could. They have to implement, or they have to allow the outside services to allow their purchasing, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. So basically, the permanent injunction states that Apple cannot prohibit developers from including in their apps, in their metadata buttons, external links, or other calls. There was more verbiage there, actually. This is kind of important. And other calls to action that direct customers to purchasing mechanisms. Basically says you cannot...
No, go ahead.
You can't stop people from being able to interact in the app in a particular way to stop them from seeing other purchase options.
Yeah. Right. It's at the discretion of the developer of the game. If they want to like change the price because they don't have to pay that 30% anymore.
No. All the court order is saying is that Apple cannot stop them from doing it. And then yes, that kind of does lead into your point. Now that they have the ability to do so, they can.
Yeah.
And that's where you think that Apple may lose a good cut.
If they decide to like make it cheaper or something along those lines. Yeah.
So now what? Wait, B, did you make your point?
What?
Did you make your point?
No.
Okay.
Like, just keep spitting facts. Go ahead.
No, so why I think it is because with legalese and all the words in there, they could be interpreted however the plaintiff and defendant see fit. So where it specifies metadata buttons, external links, and other calls, Apple can still manipulate that to their favor. Like all the court order said was like, you can't stop them from seeing other options. Fine. Mm-hmm. They can now manipulate those options as they see fit. They could impose even bigger tax on them. Lesser tax, like you say, that they could potentially lose money. They could make a side-by-side comparison to try to make those options less appealing than to Apple's options and things like that. There's a lot of things that they can do. They still have a bit of power in this.
So what was you saying, B?
I can dig it. So they're not obligated to change any of the ways that they operate. So some companies will definitely change how they go about it, but some companies won't. And some companies will still pocket the 30%.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
So like Apple might lose a little bit of money, but nothing substantial. I don't think they're going to lose anything
So wait,
substantial.
if they don't have to use Apple anymore, if they don't have to make direct purchase through Apple anymore, and they can go through whoever else, so I'm just going to say Epic, for instance, and they can go through Epic, and Epic, now that they don't have to pay the 30%,
no, that's incorrect.
Well, yeah, going
we're
forward.
talking about going through Epic. Yeah, we're talking about going through Epic.
Forward.
Okay, that's
because
fine.
they owe 3.6 now.
Oh yeah, no, they owe that. Right. No. We're talking about moving forward, like after the suit.
Yeah.
The results of the suit is that they don't have to, if they go through Epic themselves, they don't have to pay that 30% anymore. So they can make it like 10% or 20% cheaper than normal. So now it makes up that difference. So it's not going through Apple. They're charging cheaper. It's not going through Apple.
But not all companies most of them don't use Apple's thing right now. Like when you go sign up for Netflix or Hulu or anything, it takes you to their website.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of apps, the in-apps, like you click on something and it takes you to the website to buy it there to circumvent Apple.
Wait, but what does that have to do with Apple's purchasing though? We're talking about through Apple's purchasing versus.
Right. Well, this whole thing is about processing payments.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's not about distribution of games or any of that nature. So the applications that already use that way to get around it, Apple's making no money off of them. So some companies like Epic, yes, they will lose potential dollars going forward, but it's not going to crush them in any big way. It's not like they still get to do what they do.
But wait, the companies, we're not talking about the companies that are already doing it. We're talking about the companies that are now allowed to do it, like Epic and whoever else that wants to implement it.
So,
but they're still making zero, is what I'm saying.
Apple?
Like, you're right. Like, if you take what Netflix does already, you go in, you sign up, it takes you to their website. Apple makes no money. If they switch to the in-app, Apple makes no money.
Yeah, but we're not talking about Netflix, though. We're talking about companies that use Apple's purchasing thing. Now they don't have to. Now they can send them to their personal thing.
Yep. And in regards to that they're still not safe.
Wait,
they're not.
What do you mean?
Again, with the verbiage of the terms, they can still impose the tax on whatever new payment system is allowed, because the commissions are levied to support the entire store, not just their payment system. And in the ruling, the judge considers the idea of Apple allowing alternative payment methods, but requiring the same 30% cut via audits or other systems. So
you can use your system, and we can't impose on that, but we can still tax you.
Yeah.
Using your system. So they're still going to get their 30%.
They're still getting their money.
They're asking, so the judge asked them to ease up on the percentages.
I saw that.
He asked them to ease up. Yo, take it easy.
There's no reason for it to be 30%. They kind of just like said, we're going to do 30%. There was no cost behind it being 30%. It was just a number that they came up with. At least that's what the judge came up. The judge said.
And Google uses it too.
So yeah, well they're suing Google as well. Is this next year?
What up?
Yeah, they're next in line.
Yeah, I think it's next year. They're in court with Google.
Because remember that they removed Fortnite from the Google store also, since they were trying their hand in both the pockets, both the honey pots. So you can't sue two giants at the same time. So they got to figure out what they want to do here, because they kind of took an L here. Like, yes, Apple is now forced to not prohibit developers from showing alternate in-app purchase mechanisms.
Right, but
the 30% still there.
The Apple tax, whatever
the
number
tax is still there.
It's still valid. Like, it's not going away.
Apple still is preventing people from sideloading apps. That was something else that Epic was trying to get done. That got shot down. Except other app stores, that got shut down. Or lower its fee, like I said, that got shut down. So Epic lost everywhere else except for this.
I actually just learned that South Korea recently banned Apple and Google from forcing developers to use its payment system.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? you already know who knew about that, right?
Who knew about
Tim
that?
Sweeney.
Tim Sweeney?
Because you know what he did, right?
Huh?
In accordance to that South Korean law, of course he's going to. Oh, you can't. People aren't used to use Apple's in-app purchasing. Let's just go back over there, and Apple's not having it. And not only does it ban it from Apple, it bans it from Mac also. So they're going next level with it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And so another thing that's happened that's relatively interesting in this case is right now there's an injunction against Apple to prevent them from shutting down Epic's Unreal license. That injunction expires, I believe, near the end of this month. So do you think they're going to retaliate in regards to this? Because they know they're not allowing Fortnite back into the store. Why else would they want to interact with Epic right now?
Is Fortnite not coming back at all? Has been decided?
As of right
Sweeney
now,
said, Fortnite will be back in the Epic store when everything is better. Like, as he was saying it, like he had the power to put
control.
It back in the store.
Nah.
Yeah, he was like, when they change their rules, their ruling, we'll put Fortnite back in.
Well, because they're gonna appeal. You know they're gonna appeal.
Oh yeah, they're appealing. They're appealing. Yeah. They wasn't
Epic is definitely appealing. Apple hasn't said anything yet. And funnily enough,
because Apple's cool. They only had to make a small pivot. They're all right, cool. All right, we'll let you do whatever you want, but you still got to pay our tax. So they don't care.
So as we said, Tim Sweeney actually, as 2 hours ago, tweeted using the Apple Pay logo, funnily enough, that Epic has paid Apple their $6 million ordered by the court.
6? I thought it was 3.6.
So it was 30% of all the avoided Apple tax from this entire year. So 30% of that was $6 million.
Gotcha.
Oh, the entire year. Got it.
Or however long they've been evading. So
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been tweeting about this all the time. Today, lost a court case, climbed a mountain, read hundreds of pages of legal papers. That response was like 400 pages, I think. I was about to go through all that. But just as determined as ever to fight on until there is genuine developer and consumer freedom in software and fair competition in each mobile platform software component. So he's not happy, and he's fighting back.
Epic makes the mobile device win.
He didn't, because they really thought that they was going to force Apple to like not let them charge whatever they want on their platform. That's unlawful. You can't make somebody like not charge you for using their service.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense. Like that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Wait, they wanted no charge? I thought he just wanted to be able to.
He just thinks that 30% is too high, and
yeah.
Or not charge whatever they want.
Yeah.
Whatever they want.
But
they want to charge 50%.
When is that?
That's what they're charging.
When is that Apple? When's that Epic mobile phone coming out though? That's what I want to know.
That Epic mobile phone. I
hope they don't do that.
Yeah, all their money needs to go towards this and figuring out what they're trying to do with themselves. Because
there's commercials recently for like a flip phone. Have y'all seen that? The flat screen.
Oh yeah.
The Samsung.
I've been seeing the
Samsung
phone. Okay.
Seeing the other like the prototype versions of that for a couple years now.
But yeah, it's out now, and they came out with they brought back the Moto Razr last year, but it was not good.
Yeah.
It was still the clamshell, and it was a single screen. Not good. But
the newer ones, because I remember there was one of those phones that is a screen, and you flip it open, and it's one giant screen, but it's a screen on each side. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
That was like the first production one that I ever saw.
I think that was like Microsoft.
I've been seeing
way
commercials
back
recently for like.
That was a couple years
and
ago.
Microsoft has one of those out right now, the Surface phone. So
maybe that's the one.
What it's
but
called?
now,
I believe it's the Surface phone. Yeah.
It's like their Surface Pro. But now you see Samsung is, all right, cool, we got it. And they're doing it now.
Yeah,
so,
that's
Surface
I think that's
Duo. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Surface Duo. They've been like prop it up because since it can like sit like a L, I guess they'll like prop it up, like in the commercial, prop it up, go do something, and then come back.
Yeah. It's cool. I think the Apple 15 will have it. Or
the Apple 15.
The iPhone 15 or whatever, it'll have it.
I'm still on the 10.
So-
I still got the X.
I'm actually on XS too. I'm still on the 10.
What's up with
Yeah.
the 9? Like, why they completely just skip that?
I can't tell you. They gave us
just
because
said- just-
Apple skipped 9, Windows skipped 9. There's some others that skipped 9. I don't know why.
There's got to be a
Really?
reason for that.
Windows skip 9 too?
Yeah, it went from Windows 8, 8.1, 10.
Oh, to 10. Why are we skipping 9? What
I don't know. I wanted to
Why
show
is
you
it
this
9?
really quick, the Surface Duo. So this is the phone. Well, actually, I know the reason. For Windows, the actual
9X?
version of Windows and the number that they gave us were different. So Windows 7 on the back one was actually Windows 6 point whatever. And then they did this to finally balance the numbers to make them the same. Apple, I think it was like the 10th anniversary of the iPhone, and it would make
Yep.
sense for them to do 10.
It was the 10-year anniversary of the
That's
phone.
what it was.
That's dumb.
Neither
they
one of
named
those
it-
reasons are dumb.
No, they named it 10. Yo, I feel like that's more important than the number for the phone.
What, the 10-year
That-
anniversary?
It's
But
10-year anniversary for your most iconic device that changed the landscape of your company going forward.
all right, well, so you should have gave it a name like iPhone anniversary or something like that, and then continue on with your number scheme. You should have made it something special, something different, and then continue on with the number
Oh,
scheme.
Bombshell Boy with another
They
fact.
did. It was the first X. Everything else was a
Yeah.
number. It was the first Roman numeral.
So
Yeah,
Windows,
but isn't the iPhone 11 out now?
yeah,
What up?
it is.
So it's not. Oh, that's that. You're saying that's what was special about it. Okay, never mind. I
The
got
only
it.
one. Yeah, it's the
The
only
only
one
one.
like that.
After
Bombshell
that
Boy
one, though, I would have did the
says-
iPhone 9.
Windows 95 and 98 existed. I had both of them. And using 9 would roll back in terms of data because updates from XP, Vista 7, and 8 told them to ignore updates if they start with 9. Ooh,
What?
That makes
Yeah.
that no, that is a very rough way of excluding it, but it makes sense.
What in the world?
Just omit the number 9. So now what happens when they get to 19? They're gonna have to do some more weird regex stuff. But whatever. I brought up the Surface Duo phone because that's what we was talking about. And I noticed I don't see the Xbox icon on the screen, which is a little disappointing because this is something that I would probably want to stream my Xbox games to.
oh
that's
my
what-
goodness.
That's what I've been using it. That's what I've been using my Xbox for recently. Just remote play. It works really well, actually.
The remote play? I didn't even know it had remote play until
Neither
you
did
set
I.
all that stuff up.
I was like, let me just try it. And it was there.
Yeah.
On from Microsoft to Sony, that Sony PlayStation Showcase that we watched last week. The
I mean,
actual
back to Sony because they was doing that stupid stuff.
oh yeah, back to Sony too. But yeah, the recent showcase was actually quite the show in
Yeah, it was good.
comparison to what they've been showing us recently.
Banger.
It was good. It was good. They showed a lot of new titles. They showed some stuff that I feel like they shouldn't have showed.
Oh, there was right there. Oh yeah, you talk about the spoilers from a particular game or
I'm
no?
talking about spoilers. No. I mean, you're talking about the Uncharted Collection.
Yeah.
Dude, they literally at one part, since it's over, I think I can say this. At one part, they literally showed the end of the game, and I was like,
It was kind of crazy, and I'm
Spoiler,
not even
like,
there
what?
yet.
I'm like, what in the world?
Bombshell Boy, who's excited for GTA 5? That's funny. I got a little tidbit about that, which
that's
I'll
what I'm
explain it a
saying,
little bit.
like,
That's the
They
one
showed-
I wasn't pumped for that one.
yeah, I'm just like, they showed some stuff.
You want to know who else wasn't pumped about it? Everyone that watched
Yeah.
the YouTube video. It is literally
Everyone.
the only one with a inverse like ratio. Everything else has a positive like, negative like. This one has 24K likes, 106,000 dislikes. Nobody wants GTA 5 anymore.
Again,
It's not that we don't want. It's not that they don't want it anymore. It's not that like
And-
the world's tired of GTA. They're playing it right now.
They're playing
They
it right
should.
now,
At a
and
showcase for new titles, we don't want to see that. It's an old game that's
It was-
been out for mad years.
at a
Came out in
showcase
2013.
for new titles. It's been
Well-
out for damn near 10 years, like you said. And how they were marketing it, they were trying to be real cute about it, talking about seamless character transition and improved graphics and things like that. My base
Shut
PS4 already
up.
had seamless character transition.
I just don't care about that.
Mm-mm.
Like it's
Me
like
either.
it's not even worth our time to even
It's
talk
not.
about it now.
Just
Like
I just
it's,
want to talk about that tidbit. Like we're not the only ones
Yeah,
frustrated about this. It's
yeah, yeah.
growing. It's growing and it's evident.
I
I seen
think
an article on IGN that was just like literally no one wanted this. No one's interested.
I feel like Bethesda was like, okay, let's scratch Skyrim off our next showcase list.
For real.
No, it's
No,
on.
but they
the,
announced
the
it.
Skyrim 5 whatever edition is about to come out too.
That-
It's something edition. So hopefully it don't show up.
But they released like a whole pack though, right? Like a whole box, like a whole
Every
special.
time when it was legendary
Always.
edition,
They
they
always
released
do that.
something. When they
Yeah.
did special edition, it was something like that. Now it's
But this is about to be their
anniversary
10-year
edition.
Their 10-year anniversary though, which is it's just special, ain't it?
Let me
It is
see.
special.
5 new additions coming to Skyrim anniversary edition. Next
Yeah, it's
gen
a 10-year
upgrade.
anniversary.
500 creation club mods, whatever. I can get that somewhere else. Fishing, survival mode, and Saints and Seduce's quest line. So it looks like they're actually adding content to the game. Whatever.
Well, no, at least they added content.
Yeah, they're adding like this is a special edition. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's their 10-year anniversary. That makes it okay. Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily make it okay if they're not.
It doesn't make it
giving,
okay, but
If it's not giving new content or a new thing, then it's not okay. It's just the
That's
same.
that's what I was saying.
I mean,
That's
at
what I
least
was-
they're, like you said, at least they're adding something instead of what in GTA 5, we're getting the GTA Online PS5 edition. Big whoop. I'll stick to the PS4 edition.
Yeah, whack.
But
But
there went that.
pretty much everything else, I was pumped for.
It opened
Guardians of the Galaxy
on.
not for me though. I was upset about that one.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
I wasn't upset about
I'll
that.
go
at
through.
all.
We'll go through the order relatively quickly because there
Yeah.
was a fair amount of it. It started with Coder, a Coder
Which is
remake.
cool.
That's perfect opportunity for myself, B, and whoever else didn't get to play it because it was platform restricted. So now it's
I'm interested.
PS4
I'm interested.
and
Dark, I
PS5.
agree. Both of those games, they released this too many times.
It would make it okay if they didn't continuously release it. Yeah, every year. It's crazy. But
yeah.
enough of that. What was the next? The next game was Project Eve.
Project, yeah.
No,
One of y'all was saying it was very Bayonetta-ish, which I couldn't relate to because I didn't play that game.
it didn't look that way to me.
It wasn't Project Eve that was Bayonetta, was it?
No, was it? Maybe
It might
I'm
have
getting them
been,
mixed up. It
actually.
may have been. I gotta go back, but it was one of these games that she's referencing that. But
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that looks interesting to me. Like that's a game that I would get like 25, 30% off whenever it comes out and just beat it in one sitting. It looks like it's one of those types of games, but we'll see.
that's probably going to be one I end up watching anyway. Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
That's gonna be a purchase. Me and Maine are gonna play it. We're gonna
So-
get that.
So this is confirmed.
Yeah,
Looks
we're gonna get it.
but
Nah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna play it.
Yeah, we're gonna get it.
I think we played. All three of us played Borderlands 1. I want to say,
I played and beat one.
Well,
That's it.
I beat all of them.
and no, I'm trying to remember which ones I beat with y'all. So I know we all played 1. I think
Yeah, but
me and
I don't know
Key
if
and
I
y'all
beat-
played 2. I think.
I didn't beat any of them with you guys.
You sure? I played
didn't
one
beat
with.
them.
Maybe it's just
I
been one. then.
played one with you guys. I played
Right,
one.
yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't beat it.
And 3 was just you two. I still haven't even touched 3.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's canon, if it's like after everything. I'm probably gonna end
Tiny
up watching
Tina
it.
Wonderland. That's
Yeah.
probably like a side game or something. I don't know.
It's probably gonna end up being a watch either way. Yeah, it looks fun. It's Borderlands, which is fun, with magic, which is fun.
Yeah, it's
so
very different. I'm interested. I don't know. It's weird, but we're gonna play. We're gonna beat it. It's freaking Borderlands game related.
Yeah, a lot of people has that very Borderlands / I guess they said D&D feel to it. I guess with the old magic. So we'll see.
Mhm.
March 25th next year that game comes out.
Mm.
Forspoken. You
Yeah,
got even
sign me up.
more info on that one. I think that's a buy on all of our accounts.
Yeah, very, very, very much a buy.
I'm ready for that.
Really interesting trailer that they showed us. Regular life. Now you're in this mythical world with these bracelets that are talking to you. So,
yeah, my soul is ready for that
they
game.
showed us a little fighting, which was good, different from what they showed us previously. So now all we got to do is wait until spring of next year. They were relatively vague about that. For that,
I
to
like how
release.
she's like a realistic like character. Like she came from like the real world. And
Yeah,
she's like, yo,
she's
what
like-
is going on? And there's also like little kind of like Spider-Man funny quips as she's like going throughout in the world, talking to her
Yeah.
bracelets.
It looks cool.
Yeah, that's only been done in anime. It hasn't been done in video game yet, that I know of,
What?
where you're just a regular person and then all of a sudden you're in a fantasy world. Because
In the
that happens in
fantasy world?
anime all the time. Like, oh, you'll die and then now you're over here.
Well, these RPGs specific or not RPGs, these games really don't have that. It's going to be like I know Sword Art Online is like it plays like an MMO or something like that.
Mhm.
But like really, the only realistic like RPG slash ARPG that I know is like legit. What's it called? Yakuza, Like a Dragon, and like this
Yeah.
game. I don't know any other game that takes from real world.
It's either high fantasy or mythical
Yeah,
or
like-
whatever else. Yeah.
In this fantasy lore world. Not off the top of my head, at least. I don't know.
Actually,
Yeah.
Y2K, technically
That's-
speaking.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
kind of like that's kind of the reason why I like Yakuza, Like a Dragon.
Key, I need you to look up
Oh,
that game, by the way.
I was just playing that game. Like
What- what-
like not even 2 hours ago. Yakuza,
Like a Dragon.
Oh,
Like a
you
Dragon.
need me to look up Like a Dragon?
No, I need you to look up this game called Y2K, but it's spelled YIIK. Because, the Roman numeral 2.
Oh, okay. Why am I looking up this
No,
game exactly?
I just want to see how you react to it. That's all.
Why?
We was talking about the real world RPGs taking place in
Yeah.
like the real world and things like that. That's one of them.
Postmodern RPG. What do
There
you
you
have me
go.
looking at here, my
It's
good?
so postmodern.
It's so postmodern. It's wild.
It's like Earthbound, but like
Grown up.
in 1999, like just before the
Yeah,
Y2K.
Y2K, yeah.
Why it's called that.
Got it.
Like one of the parts he has to get like a floppy disk and put it into his computer to
Yeah.
get some information.
It's
and it
so
takes
ridiculous.
mad
It takes mad
long
long because
to
that's what it did
download.
back then. It was crazy.
So good.
What was next? So yeah, Forspoken, spring 2022. Hopefully we'll get a more exact date later in the year. Rainbow Six Extraction.
Mm-hmm.
Finally got to see some gameplay. I finally got to see some gameplay about this, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'll probably end up playing it anyway.
So you see the gameplay last time?
I
It
didn't.
was at one of the other events that we watched. Live.
Or that, or I honestly,
same.
it wasn't really, it didn't resonate with me because this footage really didn't resonate with me either. It looks like what I've already been playing all these years, honestly.
As a matter of fact, before they went into like detail about how you get the special gear and inside the mode, like how many kills or whatever it is that you have to do to get all the special gadgets that you get for that mode, and it did a breakdown of each of the bad guys and how they operate, like what they're like the exploder, and this one's a brawler, and this one's whatever.
Mm.
Stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play through it and beat it with some of you guys, I'm sure. So
Yeah, if that's
Yeah.
like a 3-man, yeah, we'll run through that.
yeah, we can sit that in one night and just crush it.
He
See what it's
seems
about.
100% uninterested because he hasn't said a single word about this game.
No interest at all. None at all.
What about Alan Wake Remastered?
Nah,
None at all.
None?
I
None
would
at
rather
all.
watch you play it, because like I want to play the game, but like compared to these other games, like that's bottom of the list.
None at all.
The
I'd watch somebody
main
play it,
reason, that I even want to play this game is so that I could play through the Alan Wake DLC on Control. Literally the only reason.
Cool.
Other than that,
I was
though. Okay,
watching-
but the next one though, that is what I'm hyped for. The next one.
right?
Six.
GTA 5.
Mm-hmm. You already know,
Oh.
baby.
We started with that. Nick.
I know
You
we did.
already
Next,
know.
Ghostwire Tokyo, the real game.
We just
Key
gonna
was.
skip my
we-
number one pick. That's
We're talking
crazy.
about your number one pick right now. Ghostwire Tokyo is looking rather interesting.
It is looking interesting. It is. I don't know what that game's about. I don't know what is going on. It's a complete mind freak.
That was
But it- Huh?
no,
It
that was
reminds me of
typically
Bioshock.
yeah.
Like, the first Bioshock, but like in Japan.
That was
So it reminds-
typically
never played
the
Bioshock.
first line in almost any like article or anything that you saw. Like, we don't know what's going on in this game. We can't get a feel for it. We're trying to. Nobody knows, but it looks whatever they're feeding us. It looks good.
Yo, you know what I just remembered?
What happened?
Whatever happened to that game with the kid and the astronaut? Y'all remember that game?
The game with the kid and the astronaut.
It was showed off at PlayStation's joint. It was showed off with what's the name of that game that came one of PlayStation's first games that come out to use haptic feedback? House Marquee.
Housemark?
Housemark? Control?
Returnal?
Returnal. It was showed with Returnal and all those
Oh,
other
you said
games. It was
Housemark. Never mind.
it was like a little girl and a dude in like a astronaut suit. Y'all remember this game? They was all at the same showcase. It's Pragmata. Oh yeah, dude. Pragmata. Thank you, Dark and Godly Villain. Do y'all remember that game? Because Reese just said it hit me when Reese was like, I see this and I have no idea what's going on, but I'm interested.
Pragmata. Let me find this real quick. Because now you got me wondering.
Pragmata. Look it up. It's just
they
like
announced it way back last year at the last event.
yeah, when they announced like Returnal and all of that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, what is this game? I forgot about it. I just remembered it when Reese was like,
you know, I don't have the best memory in the world. You can't be asking me questions like that.
yeah, it literally just hit me.
Yeah, all I had to do was look at this first part. I remember this.
You remember it now?
I remember this, yeah.
It's like it's
also,
so random.
I'm gonna pause this because I don't see this very often in video games.
Oh, yeah, because we thought this was a DLC for Death Stranding.
Death Stranding,
yeah.
You don't see what often.
Hungriest Clone got it. Modern Death Stranding. Yeah, you know.
So right here, you know how when you're in like a desolate location and they draw cars and things like that, they draw like their own cars. You can tell with 100% clarity that is a Nissan Altima. There's no debating that. So that was what caught me. But yeah, I remember the same.
Yeah.
One of the most commonly seen sedans across the country.
But yeah, I liked how this looked.
Yeah, it looked very interesting. We were just looking at it, and it's just like, okay, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm interested because stuff is happening.
Yeah, look, like that looks like an echo from the Division.
Like Horizon.
No, it looks like
the graphics look pretty good.
Man, what's going on right now? Like, what's
weird? So there's just weird stuff going on in this game. And
like, why is she by herself? Why is she barefoot? Why is there a digital cat next to her? Like, who's homeboy? Like, I have no idea what's going on.
Hungriest Clone. Ghostwire looks a bit like Infamous. I remember. I beat
Infamous. I beat Infamous and Prototype. If y'all remember those games.
You beat Prototype?
I did beat Prototype. That game is hard.
And First Light. I didn't play Second Son. I only played First Light. So 1, 2, and First Light.
Oh wow, you did better than I did. I would
watch Maine play in Prototype, and he would just go around just like consuming people. And like that game was weird. I was like, yo, what are you doing? He was just having the time of his life, just like consuming people. I was just like, what am I watching right now?
It is a cool game.
What am I watching right now with this Pragmata? Like, fam.
Yo, listen, keep that game on your radar. Pragmata, keep it on your radar. I don't know what's going on in it. I don't know what it is about, but it looks interesting, different. The little girl is standing on the moon,
clearly
just
not human.
Air. Like, and there's been no updates, right?
Nothing
from this. Nah.
Now, who made this game? Who's publishing it or deving it? Do we know?
Oh, you think it? Oh, coming 2022.
Coming 2022. Let's see. We're about to see.
Hold on. Do you think it's going to be at TGS?
I think it's going to be at Tokyo Game Show.
Capcom.
Yeah, it's going to be at Tokyo Game Show. It's my guess because they have an event there.
Oh, and we will be talking about Tokyo Game Show in a little bit. But yeah, I was not expecting Capcom. But yeah, this is 2020. This is 2020 footage.
Yeah.
Well,
we saw it last year.
It was all CGI, so
it's fine. It was all CGI.
None of that was gameplay.
So Tokyo Game Show, y'all better have some gameplay for me, because y'all caught my attention. Now y'all need to hold it.
Hopefully,
right? You can't show that footage at the event. Just that footage at the event.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. According to Dark and Godly Villain, no updates from Capcom.
Yeah, it's just been on silent mode since that trailer from last year.
Boom.
How's she on the move, not breathing air? Listen, did you see all that
Dude.
like technology stuff
No.
that was coming out of her pupils?
Listen.
Not human.
She's barefoot, breathing moon air. Okay, we don't know what's going on in
You
that
actually
game.
probably shouldn't mess with her if she's barefoot and breathing moon air.
Bro, a lot of these people in these games, they come from that world.
They come from over there. So,
like literally, like these
Bruh,
games have their
barefoot and New-
own worlds, their own universes.
Barefoot in New York streets, breathing moon air. Don't
Thank
be
you,
breathing
GBJ.
moon
I was
air.
gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that eventually. Seeing as
What?
how the moon does not have an atmosphere, hence it cannot have air to breathe.
Boom.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
Makes
it was
sense.
a joke.
Inhaling
It
that
was a-
space dust.
It was jokes. Anyways, Guardians of the Galaxy has a
Marvel's
release
Guardians
date.
of the Galaxy. Key is somewhat excited about it.
No, I want the game. I just don't care for it at the showcase.
Do you want the game, B?
Oh, of course. That's a man. I'm getting that. That's being played. That game
I
looks
will
fire.
be
DBJ,
watching.
Moon Air is dead, dude. Moon Air is dead. He put science to
No.
it, so it's dead. It doesn't
No,
exist
it
anymore.
was from that
It's gone.
response that I put science to it.
What?
When
It was
he
from
said, "What moon air?"
So what Moon Air?
Oh,
So try again.
No, it was GamerBot.
So Guardian of the Galaxy is a game I'll be watching y'all play. In about,
I'm surprised you don't want to play it. That's kind of nuts to me.
you know what?
For
I'm
all
saying-
of the story stuff, the interactions with
No,
the characters.
I'm saying all of this now, and I may end up doing it because A, like you said, and B, because there is no likeness attachment. So I could generate my own like personal attachment to the characters and such.
also,
I mean, it's its own story anyway. So
And
it
it
doesn't
is its
matter.
own story. So yeah.
and there's space stuff like you fly ships. That's what they showed in the new showcase. You can fly some ships.
They
Mhm.
did get away with showing us something new. So
You can
Yeah.
dogfight.
you can dogfight somewhat. They showed more of the villains. What are they called? The Church of Truth, something like that. Whatever their name is in the game. And
Whatever their name is. Period. I don't.
But no, they don't. At least not the Square ones. Because Marvel, what is it? Marvel's Avengers. They don't have any likeness
Oh.
either.
zero likenesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did the MCU counterparts or whatever? Nah, that's like you probably
Oh,
you're probably asking to pay an exuberant amount of money for that stuff.
Yeah, Marvel.
It's probably not even worth it.
Yeah, just make up your own likeness, and the players will grit their teeth and get over it and end up forgetting about it.
Probably. Do you think it's because they have to voice act them as well?
They're gonna have to do all of that.
They would have to do all
to.
of that, and that's just
Because they
even
have
more
their
you got to
likeness.
pay them.
Their
Mhm.
likenesses are in the comics, and I'm thinking, well, they don't have to voice act in the comic books.
I did not
No.
know their likeness was in the comics.
Yeah,
Wait,
after
which is
the,
based off the other?
shows became, huh?
Which is based off the other? Is the comic based off the people, or did they find people that
No, the
look like?
movies are based off of It's just the movies and shows got so popular, so banging that
Mhm.
the comics adapted their likeness in the
Oh,
recent
okay.
runs.
Okay.
Like some of
Yeah.
the artists will draw them to kind of look like them. They
Yeah.
don't look
Okay.
like that. It's not one for one. Like it doesn't look like Robert Downey Jr., but it looks like Robert Downey
You
Jr.
can.
know what I mean?
That's like how Ellie doesn't look like what's the old girl's name?
Ellen Page.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
Ellie doesn't look like Ellen Page, but when you see the first time you saw Ellie, like, oh, if they do a movie, you got to get Ellen Page for this. Like
Exactly.
that's what we
Yeah.
thought right away.
What's
So
up?
they
Okay,
do
okay.
that. So
And
that way,
it was.
if you see it in a comic book store, oh, I know this guy. Oh, I know this gal.
You can get it from
Oh,
a
yeah.
quick glance. Okay, got it.
They originally wanted their likeness. They originally wanted their likeness, but they complained because they're in their own. They have their own game, and I forget the name of the game that they're in, but they are in their
The
own
likeness
game. and they're
actors
like,
have their own game.
huh?
The likeness actors have their own game.
No, Alan Page is in their own game.
Oh,
They have their own
okay,
game.
Alan Page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was doing Beyond Two Souls at the time.
And
Mm.
so it was like, yo, hold on. If I'm gonna be in this game, y'all ain't asked my permission. Y'all ain't give me no money. Like, what's up with this? So they morphed Ellie to look like what the Ellie we got now.
Crazy. So from Dark, comic Iron Man started looking like Robert Downey Jr. ever since Stan Lee said that he was what he envisioned Tony Stark as.
Boom.
There you go. So all that Marvel chat coming out in 6 weeks, October 26th. Prepare your wallet. What is next?
A lot of Marvel games.
Oh,
Well, me.
a lot of ooh, why did I forget their name? Insomniac. You ready? Prepare your water from Insomniac.
My soul is shaking.
But before that, Blood Hunt. If you're into vampires and just committing gross acts of violence, this is probably the game for you.
Yeah, I'll play it online a couple of times, but I don't see it being a mainstay for me.
Yeah,
I didn't play it, but it looked cool.
It looks cool.
Dude,
depending on the price.
I've been seeing go crazy on my Twitter. People are loving that game. Was it IGN and GameSpot both gave it 10, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was just GameSpot.
What game is this?
Deathloop.
I'm stoked for Deathloop. I can't wait. I was gonna play it tonight, but because we're streaming on Wednesday, I'm like, I can't play it.
You heard it first here. Deathloop releases tomorrow, September 14th, and we will be showing it off the day after. So B has to crush his hands closed for 48 hours.
It's not that bad. I can just play FIFA. It's that easy. Done.
Oh yeah. There we do.
I know that there's at least one 10 rating, but I think there's two. I'm almost positive I saw it from IGN and GameStop.
It is from IGN.
And GameSpot. I'm sorry, not GameStop.
Yeah, I'm not looking at the reviews. I'm just going to Meta real quick just to see what's going on. 13 positive, 1 mixed. Of the 14 total reviews, 3 of them are perfect 10s. PC Games and giving it 100, GameBite giving it 100, IGN giving it 100. Well, 10.
Wow.
There we go. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like 3 perfect. That's nuts.
The lowest score right now is a 70. Honestly.
Wow.
And if your lowest score is a 70,
like the game. I said the game is going to do well.
I mean, they wanted to show one last hurrah with that showcase, which they did because they gave us the most info they gave us to this point. So much to the point that the viewer and the narrator probably had the same amount of questions as to what the hell's going on in this game.
Bro, what they showed at that showcase, I had never seen any of that stuff before.
None. It was all new.
It was all new. Like
a week before you release the game. That's pretty clever.
Well, like I'm sure there was gameplay stuff out there for people to see. I'm sure there was something out there, but I didn't see it because I was like, I might get the game. And then after the showcase, I was like, that's a definite mandatory purchase. I have to play the game. Yeah. No, mandatory. Have to. Like, I really, really loved the Dishonored series, and it's the same 2 teams are coming back together to make this game. So I'm like, I can't see it being trash. You know, it's hard.
Probably not possible.
It could have been, but
it could be.
You never know. But now that it's out, it's rocking the world right now. So I'm excited.
There's still possibilities for it to be, bad, not that great.
Not
still
that great, but
it's got good reviews.
From what we're seeing so far, that does not seem to be the case.
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, it could be bad to me.
Yeah, there could be like things you don't like about it, but yeah.
But it seems like it's a functioning, well-made game. That's what it seems like.
They have that Kid Amnesia game from Radiohead.
Yeah, so I got to see that. I'm like, I don't know what that was about, but there seems to be a collab going on.
They didn't really show anything.
They literally just showed the name. So they showed Kid Amnesia, which is a play on
Kid Amnesia,
which is a play on 2 of their album names. Nobody knows what's going on, but it's been described as a quote upside down digital analog universe created from original artwork and recordings to commemorate 21 years of Radiohead's Kid A and Amnesiac.
Wow, that's cool.
So whatever they're putting together will be released November of this year.
Cool.
That's cool.
I'm excited. I'll watch
that next game.
Whatever it is.
How do you say that name?
Chia?
Say that again.
Chia? I'm just assuming. That's what I'm going with. Chia.
Chia? Yeah. That game, I won't play that game myself, but I would totally watch somebody play that game.
Oh yeah. So I put it up right now. I put the actual reveal back up so we can see the games as we're talking about them. But the one with the 2 little girls, they were swinging around, then you're swimming, and then it's it might be another Craftopia.
You turn into the animal,
And
and
then
like
you turn into the
Oh,
animals,
oh.
and then now you're the bird. And then yeah,
right now on the live stream.
yep.
yeah.
Literally the game that's up right now. Okay, yeah. Oh no, yeah. That looks fun. I hope it's 2 players because I would love to play that with someone else, but it looks like 1 player.
Yeah, this is a game I'd watch somebody play this game. It looks very interesting.
This is a game
it's
I would have the
ton
kids
of fun.
play, and I would watch them, and I want to see what like decisions they make and things like that. That's what I would do.
Yeah, like this is a game I would either play with my partner or
Mhm.
play live in the Discord, and everyone can just play together and we'd all beat it together.
Yeah, this is
Something
what
like
because this looks good. I like how this looks a lot.
It looks great.
I was gonna say the graphics look kind of like a dumbed down version of Dokkaev.
Mm,
You don't think so?
see, I don't want to say terms like dumbed down and things like that because it's just their own style.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well.
But
Okay.
I
That's
know
fine.
I
No,
do
that's
get
fair.
what you're saying though. Yes,
That's fair.
Yeah, it's of a similar thing, but I'm also with that. I don't want to say it's a dumbed down version of something.
and like what a game inspired by New Caledonia. There is a game inspired by a country in
Yeah, no.
Southwest Pacific Ocean that probably a lot of people don't know about. So that's another cool
That's
cool
awesome.
reason about this game. So yeah,
Yeah.
this is probably going to be a purchase, to be honest.
Game looks cool. I would watch somebody play it. It looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks exciting.
But,
It's my kind of game.
Yeah, I'll probably end up playing this.
And then there was the Uncharted
was
Collection remake. Wait, when is the Shia? Does that have a release date?
Did they put it? I don't think there was a release date.
No release date. No
think so.
release date.
No release
It looks
date. No.
cool. It's. I know we're saying Shia because it's literally spelled THCIA. Like how does one say
TCHIA.
that?
I say Tachia. Like no, like
Tachia.
the chia pet.
Shia.
I just say it. So
Shia.
I wanted one of those so bad. I'm not
Chia.
gonna hold you.
Huh?
They were just so cool in the damn commercial. You pour the water and then they just grow. I thought it was so cool when I was that
No,
age.
chia pets were cool. I think we had a couple actually. Yeah, we did have a couple.
Yeah, we never had a Chia.
Never have because I think the things were
Yeah.
expensive, fam. Like
We had a
I
couple.
saw them as a kid. And I was like, I'm good.
good.
Yeah.
You know me.
They
I
were
like
cool.
nature and all that other stuff. So that
Nah, me
just
too.
that
My
I'm
appeals
just
to
mom
me.
like loves design,
Feng
like
shui.
doing house. Yeah,
Feng
yeah,
shui.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She'd have the feng shui.
I like feng shui too. I just
Good word.
that
They're just
thing
different
never-
types of feng shui.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I
my
never
mom was
hung
into
out
it.
feng
Like,
shui.
As a
I never-
vision, as a youth, I wasn't checking for no plants. Listen, man, we all grew up different. Leave
well,
it
they were
alone, man.
animals, you know what I'm saying? As a youth, I was like, oh, look at that. It's adorable.
The Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection
Yes.
is bringing Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy to PS5 and PC.
For how much?
We didn't say a price, did we?
I do not
We were
think one was
given.
mentioned.
I don't think we were given a price, but we were giving a release time frame of early next year. Early, who knows what the hell early is? Early could be the first 5 months of 2022. So another
Is Lost
vague release date.
Is Lost Legacy for PS4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
re-released,
then
right?
I just get Lost
'Cause
Legacy. I wouldn't buy this.
Wasn't that the Vita title?
No.
No, I had the Vita title.
What was the Vita title?
I don't remember what it was
I
called.
forget the name of it, but it was good.
I literally just remember the beginning. I didn't play that game. I didn't really like it. I remember running up and Drake had to there was like a tarp or something, like a white tarp or something, and you had to cut it. And I think you had to swipe. Is a Vita touchscreen? I feel like you had to
On the
swipe.
back.
The back was
The
touchscreen.
back. You
Yeah.
got to use the back swipe in that game. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah, I knew it
So
was-
cool, fam.
It was
I
so
did
cool.
not like it. I was like, turn this off.
Oh, that was my jam.
Because
That was my
Yeah.
jam.
you didn't have your fingers in the right place. Because you got to remember, it had the two indents for your fingers like this for you to rest, so that you didn't touch
don't- I don't remember. I don't remember. I just remember going up, trying to cut the tarp, and I was like, I don't like this game. I never never
don't
followed through
like
with it.
this game.
I was like, I'm good on this.
Retro
I'm
Gamer
good on this
NES
game.
Key, you know you are not getting Lost Legacy because getting lost is your legacy. So yeah, early
We out
22 for
here
those.
rolling.
I was today years old when I realized I beat all the Uncharted's. That's nuts.
Yep, I'm
Oh,
just
you
missing
beat
2.
that other game, that little the
Oh
Vita game.
no, 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to beat 4 because I'm like halfway in that, and then Lost Legacy, and then the Vita.
I mean,
I
you
thought you was playing 3 right now.
Man, I beat 3. That was the shortest
so
one.
Yeah,
They playing 4 right now.
finished it.
Yep.
He was on 4 because he met Sam and all that.
And this story is a little crazy.
Last thing I remember you doing is like, I remember you in the bar fight. Oh, that is 4.
That's 4.
Yeah.
That was like in the beginning. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I remember you doing a bar, but that is 4. Yeah, never mind.
I honestly can't tell you oh yeah, the last thing is she found out that I really wasn't where I said I was, and now she's over there with us. That's the last thing.
Yeah, because you did a good amount in that game. Like you already did the prison and all that, yeah?
Yeah, I'm like halfway. That prison stuff was so annoying. But now, speaking of Insomniac, their very first reveal of the night was only a few seconds. I feel like it wasn't long enough. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do me a favor, and we're gonna relive those seconds right now.
Dude, it was like what, 10 seconds long? Like how was that?
We're gonna see.
They did us kind of dirty.
Bro, if it's a teaser trailer with no gameplay, I'm cool with that. Just give me that.
Give us that.
10 seconds.
Oh, the 10-second thing?
Like, if they did that with the Guardians of the Galaxy, I'd be totally fine with it.
So yeah, we see Insomniac.
Yeah.
We see Marvel. This bar is destroyed. What is? So we get this, and then we see old boy right here.
See, I would have wanted to see more, like
bar.
Some gameplay.
Okay, so about 30 seconds. Let's say 30 seconds.
I want to see more, but if it's just a teaser trailer,
yeah,
this
is letting you know, be like, yo, fam,
I wanted some more.
Like, and then right here,
like you could,
we're working on something.
You could have cut out. You could have switched what you did with Guardians of the Galaxy in this game, and I would have been a lot happier with the whole show.
So they just showed us a broken bar brawl. Someone trying to get behind my man's Logan. Man's getting angry, and Wolverine.
And he releases his claws, and then that's it. It's over.
Wolverine, and that's literally all we got.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked. That's all I need to see. Like, Insomniac is doing Wolverine. I'm excited. Now whether it's going to be good or not, I don't know until we see the next gameplay stuff.
Now,
I'm cool with that.
With Insomniac's track record and their love for Marvel games, we probably don't have too much to worry about. However,
crazy.
As we've stated several, we don't have the whole blind loyalty to such. We've been burned in the past. Some of us are still getting burned currently. So we're going to wait and see more. But from that 30, 45 seconds, if that's a cutscene in a game.
That was 30 seconds?
Yeah, you know, the title cards and then the actual gameplay stuff was like 15.
It felt like 10 seconds.
It did.
Yeah.
But is over about that game. And rightfully so, it looks good.
Holding it down, bro. I just beat Ratchet and Clank over the weekend. And that's the best Ratchet and Clank. Like, they just continue to outdo themselves. Like, the 2018 Spider-Man was amazing. It's an amazing game.
Yo,
the Miles Morales is better. It's better. Like, even though it was a little snippet, it was a taste of what's to come. It's better. It's way better than the 2018 one. So they just keep crushing it. Did
you guys see what that guy said about them they should have been able to do what they did in Ratchet and Clank on the PS3 or something like that?
I watched that.
I did see somebody throw that out.
What you got the tea? You got the tea?
To be honest with you, that would take an entire episode of ours to like break down because he's right and he's wrong.
Yeah.
And to go in depth as to why he's right and wrong, it literally would probably take a whole episode.
But overall, he's made some good points.
They could have done that because all they're doing is abusing old tactics like back then and just taking advantage of the fastness of the drive to be lazy. Because they could have did the portal rifts and things like that. It just would have took a little more effort to code it in to tell it to load things in a particular order in order to make it flow effortlessly like it does on the console. It's all about how you load the assets and things like that.
Yeah, because that stuff is insane, bro. it's instantaneous.
Nigh
There's
on
no-
instantaneous, yeah.
There's no load screen in that entire game that you will ever
That you will
notice.
perceive.
You never sit still, ever. There's no screen that
you
goes
honestly-
black. You have no control of the game. It doesn't exist. It
You
doesn't happen.
honestly have to look, like you have to take like a microscope and like see the, because there is, it's just not perceivable. And it's so minuscule, so minute, it doesn't even deserve to be mentioned, but it is
Like-
there and you would have to actively look for it.
The loading screen for the rifts is the animation.
Yeah.
So the animation that Ratchet or I can't even think of her name now.
Rivet.
Rivet. That action that they do to launch the cord is the load screen.
It's funny. Like, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you can do that PS3. Oh, he pressed this button to activate this action. Get these assets. Start loading them now as I am casting the action. When I have finished performing the action, now I'm going to whatever device.
Oh.
By the time I finish going there, it is loaded, and that's how they could have did it a couple generations ago.
In concept, yes, but do you think it would have worked?
Not very well, no.
At that level,
No, they would have to
don't-
like extend it somewhat because the devices back then we didn't have that type of speed back then. We could have, but you probably would have had like a longer grappling hook animation, something like that, to account for the longer load time or something like that.
for the longer load time, right?
Yeah, that's how they would have accounted for it. But yeah, again, he's right and he's wrong on some things. It was a really interesting video to watch. Thank you for reminding me of that. Actually,
Yeah, I wish I watched it.
Uh,
Kind of. How long is it? A long video? Kind of.
I'd say less than 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
that's
No,
not
that's
bad.
watchable.
It's not bad.
That's
That's not bad.
watchable.
But it's a bunch of tech jargon, so I don't know if you would want to sit through that.
I mean,
Send me
it's
that.
as long as it's interesting. You know what I mean?
It is. Yes, it's interesting. Yeah.
Send me that.
Speaking of interesting, the next game on this list is the one that intrigued me the most. Obvious
course
for
it is.
obvious
It was-
reasons.
One
What?
specific part.
Just only one specific part.
I mean, it all looked good, but we're talking about Gran Turismo 7.
Gran
But there was
Turismo 7.
One specific part when the cars were coming over a bend and the light was in the background, and it was like it looked real. It looked real.
Yeah,
I thought they had cut to real cars in between.
And you did say
There-
that.
Yeah,
You thought
it
that they
looked
cut over.
legit real.
I want to see if we can find that part again because this is when they're showcasing the cars. But
Yeah. GT they always go very far. We're trying to blur that line, whatever you want to call it, to
mhm.
make you feel like this stuff is real. I remember the trailers for GTA 3. I'm like, whoa. Then GTA 4. I'm like, whoa. Then GTA 5. Like,
Damn,
it just
every
it
time.
continues to get better. And GT 7 is looking like my return to the series, man. This thing looks so
Like,
sick.
look at this. They're literally taking, like they said, they're taking everything from every previous game. Because that was what my beef was with GT these past couple games. Like, they would give us new things, but then they would take away others. Like in GT 4, 5, and 6 in sport, there's no B-spec. Now, I'm pretty sure that the popularity of B-spec ain't even all that, but I still want to give it a try. That now they're incorporating like some Need for Speed concepts, like going around this, actually going to different points of the city, which was in previous GT games. And the customizability, as you see here, is gone.
Really?
What happened?
There was city travel in Gran
And
Turismo
GT
games.
Not like, oh, you're getting in your car and traveling, but like pick a point on the map to go
Okay.
to do a certain thing.
Is that how it's going to be in here as well? Because I saw like the location
Yeah, you saw the little
icon.
map. Yeah, I don't know. It could be a combination of both. It'd be like, oh, I want to go here, and then it like zooms you into your car, and then you drive there. It could be that too. I don't know.
I'm not going to get this game, but
Oh,
like
you already know this is a purchase.
I think I know that, but I'm just saying like, I think it would have been a lot cooler if you're able to drive to each of your locations. But I'm just like a Need for Speed Underground fanboy, so like I just thought that was really cool.
Well, the underground aspect of this is the car customization. Like you,
I
those
saw that.
wild
I thought
cars
that
you
was
saw just
really
there.
cool.
So I would assume that would scratch somebody's itch in regards to that. I'm surprised Flip Vision isn't saying anything because Cars is his thing, and then GT is just an amazing game.
Yeah, like Horizon, and the Crew have all that stuff, right? Where you could just
Horizon, the Crew, some NFS,
Crew,
yep.
stuff. Yeah.
So yeah,
This is like true racing simulation.
the
They ain't done
GT2, March of next year.
Oh yeah, nice.
So
There's plenty of time to prep for that.
I will be pinching my pennies until then.
Yeah, that looks exciting.
The next game.
They ended with 2 crazy games.
And here's one of them. Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
This is footage captured on the console, by the way.
I love that. Love that they say that.
I have it muted right now, but there's active narration going on. I know it looks a little boring, zooming in onto a traffic light pole before my man's got bashed into it. But yeah, this is
bro. I'm stoked. I am lit up.
Listen, look at what they open up with.
This showcase.
And then you see 2 of them.
This showcase reminded everybody what Sony does. They do storytelling in like their exclusive games so
and then
well.
Look at this. We're not done yet.
Yeah.
Who's homeboy in the shadows?
Sony drops bangers for exclusives. They always drop bangers, 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 bangers. And they know how to get the crowd hyped. They know how to get the people going.
As Vision says, Sony does this.
Yeah.
It's what they do. Like they create things, these crazy experiences, these giant blockbuster experiences for you to get their console.
Now, I wasn't aware of this tidbit as to why y'all were crazy amped about Venom being in the game. I didn't know that there was like kind of like a teaser of such of him in the initial, like his presence was in the game, but he wasn't like in it.
Always do stuff like that though. All the superhero, like the deep superhero games, like the Arkham series, the Spider-Man series, like they always will drop Easter eggs and things in these games. They always do that stuff. Like the whoever is in it, and you're like, they're not really in the game. There's just a little Easter egg or one side quest about them, whatever. It's super sick that they're going with the symbiote in this one. That's so dope. And it's Peter and Miles. I am just over the moon. I'm over the moon for this game. I'm so excited. So excited.
There's just only one problem with the game.
What's that?
The release date. 20, not even a quarter, a season, none of that. 2023. This game could come out December 31st, 2023. However,
totally
take your damn time. It looks this good already, and you want the rest of 2021, all of 2022, and however much of 2023. That could be 2 years.
Bro, that's coming out Christmas time, 2023.
I could definitely see holiday 2023.
Like, it might come like spring, but I think they should just go Christmas time. Just release it then. You got plenty of time to work on it. Let it do that. Whatever the later option is, take that.
Whatever the latest option is,
take that, please. No more Cyberpunks. No more Dead Alliance. No more Dark Alliances.
My goodness.
None of that, man. We don't want that.
And last but not least.
I think everyone was.
Bro,
listen, I'm not. Y'all talk about this one. Go ahead.
Well, don't say y'all. I've not played the original. Okay. I'm very interested in it, and I like the lore of this game. But I've not played the original, but I'm very interested in playing.
I love this series.
God of War.
From God of War 1 all the way through now. I played them all.
I'll admit, it's a little ironic that I have not played any of them because I am rather interested in Norse mythology and such like that. Like I'll be able to like, oh, that's Kratos, that's Tyr, Frey. I'm like, oh yeah, they do this, that, and the other. I can tell you it. I just never went through and played the game.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
No, I was gonna say, and with them saying that this is it. Like we put Ragnarok in the title. Everybody knows what Ragnarok is. That's the it.
That's it.
So,
but my Twitter was actually blowing up about what's that character's name? The girl. Like everybody's going crazy that girl's in the game.
Oh, do you mean the Frost Giant?
The Last of the
Uh-huh.
Giants.
The Last Giants. Yeah, The Last Giant.
That's a
Yeah.
huge deal. Like I can't give away like it's a huge spoiler if I go into it. So
Yeah, I can
but no,
imagine.
I know some stuff I
crazy.
shouldn't know about that,
That's
but
crazy that she's in the game at all.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Like if you intend on playing it or like watching a movie about the game and figuring out the whole story,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna diverge any of that information.
It's
I won't spoil.
Reese?
Yes, I saw something on Instagram this morning. Like I mentioned to y'all yesterday, the one of the lead members of the art director for God of War. I frequent his
Yeah, because he does all the other art. He did the Smash art, right? That Smash art.
He did all those crazy, wild. Yeah, he does it. And so he put one out this when was it? 5 hours ago, actually. Let me show this to y'all because it's actually relatively beautiful.
Oh, he drew the girl. What's her name? What do you know her name?
It's in the thing.
The new character? I don't know her name.
Yeah. But I don't know. The Twitter was blowing up about her. It's crazy that she's in the game. They're also congratulating the girl, the actress that played the girl is like getting a lot of recognition right now.
That's awesome.
Apparently she was like already kind of famous. She was like what blew her to stardom was she was in a show. Like I looked up the show too. It's like a kid show. She was a voice actor for one of the characters in the kid show, and that kind of like propelled her
What's it called?
What's
the name of that show?
The name of the show, I do not remember. It's like Big. What was it called?
So this is the page here. I'm assuming her name is I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Enger Boda. That's what's in the title right there. And this is the art of her. As you see, it's fairly detailed. It's
so dope.
Wild how well drawn this is. And
that's a drawing. Oh, right here, that's her name, Layla de Leon Hayes.
Oh, Layla de Leon Hayes. Yep. So it's funny. Someone actually commented she's a child version of me, and then he responded to her asking her to do a cosplay of her because that person that commented actually really does look like her. But I just find it hilarious that he does this all the time. He draws beautiful things like this. Look, if you look, this is his page here. Basically, he's actually drawing them all out. Here's another one. So he's actually displaying all of the characters now and how they look. So Kratos, obviously, Atreus. So he's giving Thor. I don't know.
That Thor?
Thor ain't looking too happy.
That's how he looks, though.
That's how he looks.
Like, that's Thor. Yeah.
So yeah, that's my man. And then he'll go off and do other things. But yeah, this is what he's given us so far.
Like Thor in like Norse is like she's a big, strong, whiny man-child type. That's his thing. Like that's his
Doc McStuffins. That was the name of the show. Doc McStuffins.
No, I don't know that one.
That's the name of the show.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, I've seen it if I knew the show, that's all.
Yeah.
But yeah, she is in the game. One of the Last Giants apparently, and everybody's going crazy.
Bro, because you don't know the significance.
I don't know. So in order for me to play 2018, would I have to know anything from the previous entries? Or do they like harken back to previous entries and things like that?
They talk about some stuff that happened. Yeah. Like, bro, just watch it. You don't have to play it. You don't have to play.
You know how
60 to 100 hours of hack and slash games from 2002. You don't have to do that.
So let me ask you a question. If you play Kingdom Hearts, you're going to go play through every single Kingdom Hearts game that dropped?
Actually, yes.
Yeah, he's doing it with Uncharted.
Bro,
I mean, he did.
I did it with Uncharted.
Well, Uncharted is 4 games. Well, I'm talking. How many games came out for? We have Kingdom Hearts is the main game.
Like the mobile ones, I might not do those, but like the mainstays.
Mobile, bro. What I'm saying is Kingdom Hearts is 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Chain of Memories, and then you have Birth by Sleep. These are not mobile games.
The DSs, yes. The DS releases, yes. Was there one
Wait,
on
when you
Game
say
Boy?
mobile, do you mean handheld?
Sorry, handheld. Yes.
Oh, okay.
The
This is
handheld
literally a
releases.
mobile
There's
game
like
as well.
10.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, well those I think they cut those off actually. You probably can't
No,
even
the
play those.
mobile games are canon. Mobile. It's called Kingdom Hearts.
It has the X
Ooh.
character, Chi, I think it is. Yeah,
Kai, something.
okay, that's nice that it's canon. They still cut it off.
There's mad games. That's what I'm saying. Like Uncharted is 4 games. Like the main series is 3. Then you got all those other games in between.
Is DS lore? You got to play those. Yes, DS is lore.
Yes. Flip. As a matter of fact, it's
go ahead,
so
Keith.
much lore that if you was Union Cross, thank you, Dark.
Cross, thank you.
Name of the game. If you play Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and then play Kingdom Hearts 3, you'll have no idea what is going on. Like
Because
they start showing you characters that didn't exist in 1 or 2. They did not exist.
Because it's all canon. I literally watched a 45-minute recap of all of the games before I played 3.
Yeah, that's what I did as well.
That's why I knew everybody what was going on. It's the only reason why I remembered or knew any of that stuff.
Too.
Let me watch this. I sat and watched. I got my popcorn and watched 45 minutes of somebody on YouTube walking me through all of the game.
Me and Maine watched together. You have to play every single game to get the full lore. It says Dark Ungodly Villain.
Including their recent release on Switch. The
rhythm game. Yeah.
Rhythm game.
Dark Ungodly Villain told me that game, the rhythm game is canon. I was like, I'm done with this series. Like, what? I mean, I was done before then, but I just couldn't believe it.
They don't want to put it down. Like, if there's more story to tell, we're going to tell it.
Bro, they release another Kingdom Hearts. If that battle system is intact and everything plays right, I'm getting that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it too, but I ain't gonna be happy.
Kingdom Hearts 4 actually hard.
Just you're done with the series. Like,
I am done with the
series.
He's in an abusive relationship with Kingdom Hearts. Clearly. Clearly.
But yeah, Reese, you would they reference some main things that happened to Kratos.
I guess.
But like you have to know that stuff for it to
fully appreciate it in this game. Yeah.
Care, just play. I just know you.
No, you know I care.
I recommend at least watching a video of the story.
Fine. All right. I hate doing that, but whatever. It's from 2002. I can't go back to 2002. That's reaching. But
I mean, I don't know if the first God of War was made. I don't know that off the top of my head, but it's God of War 1. Is it 1, 2, I think 3, Ascension, and then something else. And then there's the 2018 one, but
2005.
2005 was 1, yeah?
Yeah.
So we got 1 and then 2.
I'm trying to, yep. So 1, 2, Betrayal, Chains of Olympus, 3, Ghost of Sparta, Origins, Saga, Ascension, 3 Remastered, and then the remake.
Flip, I'll be playing God of War 2018.
It's weird because it's not really a anything.
It's not a remake because it's not really doing anything from the original. It's definitely not a remaster because it's not the exact same game over. It's a reimagining. That's the third word we have to use.
It's a continuation.
Oh,
it literally continues from where it left off. Just
re-envisioning.
I wouldn't even say that. It's just forward.
Man, alternate timeline, whatever. It's something. A re-alternate timeline. Yo, throw the whole game away. I'm not trying to. You're trying to.
That's why they just keep calling it like God of War, the 2018 one. Like no one calls it a anything because it's not.
There's a term to define this, and I'm gonna find it.
They pivoted, like they did the Resident Evil thing, like they went a certain way for a long time, then they changed the style of the battle, like the way it's played. But they didn't. It's all one story. It's all the way through. Because otherwise, you wouldn't have to play the old ones or watch the story at all. You could just go.
All right, I'll get to it eventually. I do want to know. I'm not going to lie, because literally no one says anything bad about the 2018 game. Nobody. There has to be a reason, so I'll find out.
There's nothing bad to say.
I'll find out.
If you do play it, let your boy know.
Oh yeah. Listen, you'll probably be the first one to know.
Oh, I just want to see y'all struggle with the with the queens, with the ladies.
Why are
You
you
play
like
on
this?
hardest difficulty?
I think I played the one before the hardest difficulty.
That's
I
what
usually
I'm-
do that. I usually do that.
That's
like,
usually
if
what
it-
I do.
A
It
normal, hard, very hard. I usually just play it on hard if it's a game. For
because
me.
I want to enjoy the story, not because if I struggle too much on a certain part, I start to get frustrated. I start to forget things. I just want to.
Oh, you don't have to. I was just asking. You don't have to explain. I was just
I know.
asking.
All
No,
right, so
easy mode. Flip apparently
Now-
Flip likes to play on easy mode, which is, you know what, Flip, live your best life, dude.
I
what you wanna
respect
play
it.
on.
I'm fine
I
with it.
respect.
Just
I'm here for the story, not to break. Yeah, like my thing with that is I want the game to be challenging, but I don't want the game. I don't want to be able to not utilize the other tools and options in the game. Like a lot of times on the hardest, mega crazy hardest difficulty, like it kind of boxes you into playing a certain way because you have to, or else you can't survive. So
yeah.
I like to play on the one just before it because it's still hard, but I'm able to use all the different tools or whatever. Because sometimes, not all the time, this is just it's a case by case. But from what in my experience, usually on like Oblivion's a wild case, but I'm just going to use it. Like it's not fun for me at that point. Like it's not even fun. Like I'm all set. I'm all set.
Keep talking about he went to this dragon
again,
fighting for 90 minutes. The same dragon. That's not fun to me, fam.
Like for me,
I mean,
that's
the
not
accomplishment.
well, no, I
it's
mean
lit.
that was different though. I didn't have armor.
No,
But
I'm
also
talking about
I had
it,
another. I don't know. I had another 90-minute fight. My first 90-minute, my first ever 90-minute fight was in Dragon's Dogma.
No,
That's what he
that's
was
the one
talking
I was
about.
talking about.
Oh, I thought you said. I thought you were talking about that
No,
Skyrim
not
fight.
the Skyrim one. No, I'm talking about Dragon's Dogma. That was silly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
But, yo, when I won, bro,
Oh, no,
when
I bet that
won,
was a feeling of elation like no other. But I don't want it to take 90 minutes to get there. Like, I'm
just
yeah.
It takes me 90 minutes, then like again, like for me, it's case by case. Like a Dark Souls or a Sekiro, like sometimes you're gonna die 1,000 times and have to do this part.
But that's the premise of the game.
And over and over.
That's
and
the
like,
premise of the game.
like,
Yeah.
Run it, like whatever.
If it's
But,
90
like, he's
minutes
Yeah.
and I'm supposed to be there, that's my business. But
Yeah,
if
I
I'm
wasn't
level
supposed to be
5
there.
in a level 20 area,
It just pulled up on me out of like if you play Dragon's Dogma, you know the forest. It's an open world game. I was just traversing.
I did the same exact thing in FF9 when you go up the ladder to the dragons.
No.
I did not stay
That's
there.
Different. That's different. My tail was between my legs. I was up out of there. I was gone. We don't go over there.
I wish video games did that more often, man. That was such an enlightening
I don't think
experience.
they do that anymore,
They
man.
don't do that anymore.
That was a
Oops,
shock.
you're not supposed to be over here. Die.
Yo, die.
That's basically
You're not
what
supposed to be over. Die. Yeah, that was definitely a shocker.
Last item on the list is something that will be happening a little later in the year. What, a couple weeks, I want to say.
Yeah, like 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks, roughly 2 weeks.
That is
The
Tokyo Game Show 2021.
Boom.
44 programs will be distributed on various video platforms. Don't miss it. Another event that has gone all digital.
Yo, which day? You said Capcom was going to be at TGS? B?
Yeah.
What day? I didn't see Capcom on the thing.
Let's look. We're gonna.
It's the Capcom online program or Capcom.
So right here,
program.
so searching by Capcom, there's a Capcom.
I wrote down the ones that Oh, you said you searched for Capcom?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Capcom is again. These are Japan times, and they are plus 12.
That's
ahead
fine.
of us. So
I didn't even look at the time. I just did the date.
So yeah, no, because they're 12 hours ahead of us, you got to account for that.
Well, this is their date. Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. So on September 30th in Japan at 10 p.m. it's 10 a.m. 10 a.m. our 30th.
Yeah, it gets too confusing when you go there. Just say
that's what I'm saying. So in the morning,
the IGN has
no,
it.
I have it.
And
At 10 a.m. on the 30th is when Capcom's doing their online program.
Gotcha. Okay. So for mine on the 30th, I saw that the Xbox live stream, there's going to be an Xbox live stream, and I'm interested in that.
Oh, that's right during your stream time. That's 6 a.m.
Yeah, and then they have Konami,
Yep.
which I'm kind of interested. Like, I don't know what Konami got going
Ooh,
on. Like,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Bro.
Master Duel. I actually might want to see that.
see, I don't care about Yu-Gi-Oh! Master
I
Duel, but
do.
it says in other. It says in other titles, so that's what I'm in. Like,
Yep.
whatever else they got going on.
Other titles are coming soon. Yep, that's the hour after. They'll be going for 50 minutes at 7 a.m.
And then on the next day, on the 1st, 505 Games got something going on. Curious. Square Enix got something going on.
Yep,
Y'all better tell me
505.
something about 16. Huh?
So 6
We have
a.m.
this-
Yep, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. again. So 505
We
in
have this-
Square.
Yo, you in this
stuff on our
time?
list.
Huh? We got the
So
same.
we have
y'all
the
the
same
same.
stuff so far.
Yeah.
And then for me, Sega Atlas.
Yep.
And I'm hoping for an update on that Sonic teaser that they gave us before. Y'all remember that when Sonic
Mhm.
kind of just ran
Yeah.
across the thing? Yeah. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping for an update on that. And then on 10/2, Kobe has an unannounced title. Interested on in what they got going on there.
Oh,
And then
Tencent got something going on.
Yeah, I saw
Tencent's on
that,
mine.
but I don't really play Tencent games. I don't think. Well, I don't know.
Well,
Tencent, I
they've
guess
Tencent
large,
has
so-
their tendrils in
Yeah, I'm about to
every
say, you
sector.
Yeah,
played mad
yeah.
Tencent
Yeah, you.
games.
But I
You-
when I saw that, I assumed that was mobile games. That's why I didn't write it down. I just automatically assumed.
Don't assume
mobile.
with Tencent they got the deepest pockets.
And then 10/3
10-3. What we got on 10-3?
on 10/3 we have S Game
S game with a new
ARPG.
ARPG.
Have some ARPG coming. Don't know what's going on. And then
Art Systems.
Yes, Arc
Oh
Systems
wow.
has something going on. And then there's some like I don't know, some like anime game that I'm not gonna play. I'm not interested in, but like it's a topic of conversation for me, kind of, just because it's called Heaven Burn Red, and it's by Right Flower Studios. And if it looks like the battle system will gonna be kind of cool, but it's also got like that persona relationship stuff. And I feel like a lot of games these days are doing a lot of relationship stuff in their video games. It's weird for me.
Oh yeah. But they're all doing it
that's the only reason why I want
in
to
their
bring
own
that
way,
game.
I suppose. But yeah.
Yeah, like I was very upset about that Digimon game coming, Digimon Survive.
Mhm.
It's gonna be another one of those like,
Yep.
graphic novels, basically, like a visual novel with some gameplay. I don't know. Not into it, but yeah,
Yeah.
those are the ones I'm interested in.
Got King
Yeah,
of Fighters on the
the
first
only-
day. I didn't see that.
The only thing that I have that you don't is the Japan Game Awards.
I'm actually interested in those as well.
Because I like to see like what games win in what regions.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like last year, we had The Last of Us 2 win Game of the Year here.
Mhm.
And in the UK, they had Hades win. I don't remember what won Tokyo last year. But I just like to see like the top games and see if those top games are their top games or if they differ.
Yeah.
In
I
what
was
way.
looking for like new titles or something that's new being announced, interested in. So I like overlooked all that other stuff. But that's a good look.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty much the same for me. Capcom, 505, Square, Bandai Namco, Sega. Yeah, it's all the same stuff.
Yep, the Bandai Namco one right here, the Idolmaster Starlit Season. See what that's about. Sounds like
So basically, I want to see all of it. Like which y'all putting out there, yo?
now here's
Like,
the problem with
like,
this.
which y'all got?
You into that Idol Masters joint?
No, I don't know what it is. That's what I'm saying. Let me just see what it is. I didn't look
Okay.
it up.
No, it's like some anime. I think it's just an anime. It looks like a high school. I think it's just a high school anime. I'm almost positive it's not a video game. I'm almost positive.
Let me see,
Idol
now-
Masters Starlit Season.
Tokyo Game Show, man.
Almost positive it's just an anime.
Yo,
the Idolmaster.
Konami
Mhm.
just survives off of football games. So that's I'm like
Yo,
they're probably gonna come out and be like, we're not doing Castlevania. But we did get like Antoine Griezmann back or something. Like
oh,
I just don't
really?
know. I'm curious to see what they do, but
Yeah, I put Konami kinda.
This whole block right here is fine. So yeah, like 505 Square, Bandai, that's fine. And then Sega Atlas, cool. See, level 5, I got beef with them because they just shut down all North American operations. And level 5 has given us good RPGs.
level
So they're
5.
Japan only right now. So I'm like, what's the I mean, y'all are in This is
What are
Tokyo
some of the
Game Award.
games that's
Um,
like? Because I
let me
don't
see.
remember them.
Well,
Did you
the
look at
very
the
first,
Idolmasters game though? Or
I did look at.
game?
I'm like, I don't know about that Idolmaster
Anime,
stuff.
bro. That's the anime. That's
Level
a high school
5 did Dark Cloud, the Professor Layton series. I don't know if you remember that.
So they did Nino Kuni then.
Yeah, they did. Oh, they also did Nino Kuni. Yes.
Say less.
They did the Jean Dark for PSP. I don't know if you remember that game I played for that I played for a good while. The Yokai Watch series. They did all that stuff. But anyway, they're Japan only again, so that's a little disappointing.
The yokai stuff is them.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, Tencent.
They're making that bread.
That was another one that I mentioned. Koei Tecmo. Let's see if they're gonna come out with Dynasty Warriors 10
or Kessen 3. Let's
or
go.
Kessen 3.
Ooh, Kessen 3. Now we talking.
That S game. The Japan Electronics College. That might be something I watch personal because they be coming out with some crazy stuff.
Dude. But that Idolmaster Starlit season, though.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
And the last thing I see here is this Grand Saga. I just want to see what it's about. It's one of the last things that
MMO. It looks just like Genshin.
It's like, oh, never mind.
But it's worse.
That's all I had.
No, Taku said Kessen 3 Dynasty. What? No, they
No, Koei. Let's go, Taku said.
We were saying maybe they might announce it.
That Dynasty Warriors.
Dude, I watched KJ play Samurai Warriors.
Samurai Warriors?
Yeah, it's the same. This Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors. Yeah, gotcha. Samurai Warriors 5 just came out.
You ever play Way of the Samurai?
Nope.
Yo, that game will destroy you, bro. That game
isn't that game like hyper realistic,
destroy you
or something like that.
Realistic and permanent.
Yeah. Oh,
so, yeah.
You
I
hit two
that
good buttons. Say less.
It's Dark Souls, but like if you die, beginning.
That's your business.
Start your character over, fam.
Yeah, I remember that. I never played it myself,
but it was dope. It's a dope game. It's just tough.
Run it.
Tough. It's tough.
With only a few minutes left.
Oh yeah,
there was a good amount of stuff to talk about today. Stuff to get amped about.
Yep.
If you would be so kind, Key, please. Okay.
And now it is time for the main event. I'm sorry. It is time for everybody's favorite segment. And of course, you already know it is time for B's throwback of the week.
Kind of. All right, here we go.
I know. I didn't share it, so I'm like, let me move my mic closer so they can hear it.
Were you sharing it or like
no,
what happened?
I had the wrong one. I still had the one from before.
Because I'm looking, I'm like,
am I watching the stream or am I in the
so tiny for me. Anywho, we are here. It is a throwback. Real quick.
What you got for me?
This is an old game. I'm just gonna start there.
Reese played it.
Wow.
1982.
Wait, what's the year? I'm sorry.
I can't hear y'all for some reason.
What was the year?
You can't.
Oh,
you can't hear us?
Whatever, you guys can hear me. I'll just rock this part and then we'll figure it out after.
Yeah.
The game was designed by David Crane. It was published and developed by a company that shall not be named right now. It's a platformer. It was released on the Atari 2600. So that probably already eliminates mad people from playing this game. But it was also been released on PC. So it's been on Microsoft, it's been on Apple too, it's been on everything. This is a classic.
Oregon Trail.
Pitfall.
Oh, Pitfall. Wait,
Pitfall
I play Pitfall.
Is like the first
I told you played it.
Difficult platformer to ever be released, ever. Pitfall was released in 1982, and so many platforming games still to this day use all the fundamentals that they learned from this game.
Oh, gotta look it up.
I played this game on PC. When I was like 10.
I didn't even know it came out on PC.
My cousin's house. He just happened to have it. on his PC, like the OG. The OG. Like this game has been redone, it's been ported, it's been on everything, but
Yeah.
There's some slight breaking news here. Slight breaking
Tyson, I
news.
refuse
Wait,
to relive
hold on,
those
'cause
memories.
I don't think B still can't hear us.
This
Oh,
game
B
is
can't
a
hear
slap.
us?
Yeah, he
it's
can
a
hear us.
it's a legend. It's a legend. It's a classic. It's a legend. I will always be very fond of this game. It was super hard, but it set the table. It set the precedent for one of my favorite genres. Period. Platformers. Any action game or any game that has platforming in it, sign me up.
Right. Wait, so King, you said you had breaking news? What happened?
I've never played Pitfall. I don't know anything about it. But yes, we do have slight breaking news. B's having some technical difficulties at the moment. This will hit me and you more, Reese, than you can. He said he can't.
He can't hear us. All right, just say it.
Okay. So, well, anyways, it's slight breaking news because I don't know if this is real or if it's canon or not. There's a massive NVIDIA GeForce Now data leak potentially reveals a number of unannounced Final Fantasy games, including a Final Fantasy Tactics remaster and a Final Fantasy IX remake. Family, what? Excuse me.
You know
Hello.
what? I don't.
I was literally just tagged in this on Twitter just now.
I don't. Yeah, that NVIDIA leak. I didn't read into it, and now that you mentioned those two, I don't chase rumors and conjecture. I really want this to be that. I know. So let's just run with that. There was a leak. There are some potential games that could be getting created, and I mean, one of the two parties are going to have to respond. So
something's gonna happen. Something's
gonna happen. So we'll figure it out. But there's that.
With that being said, this has been another episode of Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.